Hello. So today's video is about, well, we are going to make homemade tomato sauce using the old Australian Ezysauce recipe. And although they don't make Ezysauce, well, the original brand of Ezysauce anymore, we've made our own. And we're giving that a go for the first time. But usually I do this tomato sauce making day or weekend every year. However, last year we didn't get to make it because due to family illnesses and other commitments that we had. So this weekend it's catch up. We're hopefully going to get 2 batches done and maybe a batch of passata. We'll see how we go. Today's a prep day. So we get all the tomatoes and onions and garlic and everything chopped up, ready to go to put on first thing in the morning. Because tomato sauce, with this recipe, needs to boil for at least, not boil, but light boil, simmer for at least 5 hours. So it's a big day. But let's come along and see what we do. So when you freeze tomatoes, and you get them out the freezer and then put them in some cold or warm water or hot water, and what happens is,
I like warm water.
the peel just comes straight off. Fresh garlic. We have our onions all chopped and getting it all ready. Waste not, want not. We've got the onion peels here. They'll turn into powder. And all the tomato skins will also turn into powder. So tomatoes, onion, and then garlic all added to the pot, and we left that overnight. And time to repeat and do it again for a second pot. That night when I got home, I put all the tomato peels onto silicone trays in our food dehydrator. Now I was putting this on for overnight, so I also wanted to dry it out a lot slower, so I did a lower temperature, which was I think 60 degrees Celsius, and I did it for 12 hours. And I knew that the next day this would not be ready, but I was okay with that. This is the next morning, and as you'll see, the tomato peels are still quite tacky and wet. So I put the dehydrator back on for 60 degrees Celsius again, but this time for 10 hours. Now, instead of apple sauce, I'm actually just going to cut some apples up, chuck them in, because they're going to be fine. I don't have apple sauce. That's okay. Just chunks like that, and then chuck them in. But I'm doing 5 Granny Smith apples for each batch. That's all the garlic. Oops, a daisy. Was all the garlic and onion scraps, but I'll show you what I'm doing with that later. Oops. I'll just stir those apples in a bit. Now, when I'm cooking sauce or jam, or anything like that, I put the lid on to bring it up to the temperature that you want to start, like to a nice little gentle boil. But then it's really important you take the lid off, because if you don't, all the condensation builds up and your sauce or chutney or whatever you're making becomes runnier and it doesn't cook down. So you need the lid off for the evaporation to occur and so that everything will thicken up. Now this one's got a bit of foam on it, but that's fine. Now this is a gentle boil that I like, and this one will come back up to that in a sec, but you want this bubbling away for at least 5 hours, which cooks everything down and all that. But after we do 5 hours, we need to blend it up or strain it depending on if you've used the peels or not, and then we do the next step. Time for smoko. See this cup? I love this cup. This was my little brother-in-law's many years ago. Type 1 diabetic. His jelly bean cup. Yeah, we have a lot of type 1 diabetes in our family. Yeah, fun stuff. Not. Yeah, so now it's just the waiting game. Just got to let that boil down for a while. After I have my cuppa, I will go back inside and it'll probably be nearly time to blend down the first one because Nan put it on a few hours before I got here today. So at least that one's a bit ahead. However, I've still got to finish cleaning up because it's better to clean up so it's all done, ready to go. Clean up as you go. Now, this one has been cooking a lot longer. So, I'm gonna chuck through the little blender, stick blender in that in a minute. Just give him a stir. And this one, I've got to get the foam off the top, and which I'll show you how to do that. And also, I've got to cook that a bit longer yet. Okay, so we were going to use a stick blender to blitz this up, but it's broken. So we're going the good old way with the moolie, aren't we, Nan? I reckon. Which, as I said, it'll be a better product this way. And this one's a bit thinner, so it's going to have to reduce down a bit more, but that's all right. We can get this part happening. And now I'm going to get tomato all over the bench after I've just cleaned it all, as you do.
Cleaned it all.
I might just get you. Oh, you do? You do this, what, 5 million times? Good old moolie days. Let's get that closer. Mightn't get as much splashed. Maybe. And at least though, this will like break down the potatoes. I'm not putting potatoes. Apples as well.
That's right.
Oh, it's all right.
We've got to try to put in the cupboard with no camera.
So you've just got to, you just get a spoon and you just want to scrape them across the top to get all that foam off. And if you really want to, you can actually dip this in water in between, but I'm not doing that because I'm holding the camera as well.
That's right.
See? Hey, time for the second batch through the moolie. One thing I didn't mention yet is you've got to be really careful when doing this, because what you don't want to happen is you don't want this accidentally slipping and going splash into here, because if it does, you're going to get burnt. This is really hot. But time to do the next lot. Oh, hang on. Move him closer. Just cleaned up all this too. Oh well. It's all part of the fun of preserving. This one's a lot thicker. So I did strain off some water first. See if I can do this without burning myself. You go around a few times and then you want to come back because you want to scrape off what's on the bottom. Go around again to get all that liquid out. And then as you come back, you'll see it lifts up all that pulp. And what we want is to get that pulp back through there. Lost my spoon. I'll just get a spoon and brush that back around there. Because we want to get as much of that goodness as we can. We don't want to lose much. So just go around again. And then what I do when this all gets everything out of it, there's a bit of pulp left. And I'm going to put this, I keep putting that in the bag because, hang on, let's see if I can zoom in better. Because that's all the pulp, so that's all the seeds. And if there's any skin left and all that other stuff that just doesn't go through the mully. And that's why you do actually put it through a mully or a sieve rather than blend it. But that I will dehydrate like I did with the skins yesterday, or I'm still dehydrating at home now. But I'll put that through with the garlic peels and the onion peels. Because the smell and flavour will go through this, but this has already got onion and garlic and everything through it. So this is the second one. You can tell the thickness difference of that first one. But this one's been bubbling away and that's thickening up too. So we need 1.5 kilos.
Goes up fast.
It does.
Just tiniest bit. Now. Yep, right on.
Oop. Yeah. But after it going
Now
up
you
fast.
made it go over.
Does that fix it? No.
No, you've altered it.
Maybe you're right, I took a little bit off. Look at that, beautiful.
Yeah, it's
That'll
over,
work.
over by a few grams.
That's we'll be alright. You just want to slowly add that into there. I've done the other one. And we want to give that a stir through because we do not want that sticking to the bottom and burning. So that's 1.5 kilos of sugar per recipe, so per pot. This one's just so lovely and thick how it should be. And this one, well, that's a bit thinner, but it is still thick enough. And if not, we'll have runny sauce. Now this is 1/2 cup of salt. I've already pre-measured these. Looks like more than 1/2 cup, but no, it's 1/2 cup. Chuck that in. And then we just want to give that another quick mix. So I've just put a bit of sauce in here because this is my homemade Ezysauce. But I was a bit worried on how thick it was. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to put half of this in to start with, and then we're going to taste it in about, I don't know, a little while. And if we need to, we can put the rest in. Because it was so thick, I just wanted to mix it through there to actually help it go through easier. Smells like Ezysauce. does. I've got to double check my recipe and hope that I've remembered everything. Yeah, it definitely smells like Ezysauce. Now, on my lunch break, it's 2:15. Thought I'd better eat something. But I've got a cheese and honey sandwich. I haven't had a cheese and honey sandwich in years. So good. And just letting that 2 pots of sauce. Sorry, shouldn't have bitten my sandwich. 2 pots of sauce simmering down. And letting the sugar and everything cook through. It's 2:15 now. I reckon the first one will be ready at 3. But so after this, got to go finish the dishes. We've washed them all. Just got to dry them. I just got to wash the bottles up, ready to go. And they'll be ready to chuck in bottles. Okay, so here's the smaller pot. Both got the same mat in them, but see how it's thickening. Still needs a little bit more. It's going to thicken when it cools too, but I like to get it a little bit thicker than that. And this one, this feels actually a bit thicker when I pull the, stir the spoon, and you can feel the tension, so to speak. That still needs a little bit more too, so I'm thinking maybe, I don't know, it's nearly there. Time to get the bottles cleaned up. Okay, so it's now 20 past, and I've got to make sure this doesn't explode, because you've got to be careful with, sometimes the heat gets trapped. It's got a skid on top as well. Uh-oh, I hope the gas hasn't gone out. Nope. Now, they say if you line it with the back, if it lines the back of a spoon, then it's ready, but I don't know. I haven't done the thickness, I suppose. I haven't done that trick before. I've just guessed. But I will coat the back of a spoon to show you. Nearly there. It's got a normal dessert spoon. And it does do a lining, but it's not supposed to be thick like jam as such. That one needs more. But see how this is sort of, like this will thicken in the cooling down process. Okay, is it there? Surely it's ready. See, it's forming a skin. So, oh, that's definitely getting thicker. Wow. Just a little bit, definitely another half hour to an hour this one. This one though, let's get our spoon again. So yeah, that's getting thicker. If you want the sauce smoother, you'd put it back through the Morley another 1 or 2 times, or you could blitz it up as well, which would make it a lot smoother. But we like it with the little chunky bits, so to speak. Yeah, I'm liking that coating better. I'll turn that one off. I'm just going to put that on the plate and just let that cool down for a few minutes and see how thick that is. But I reckon it's looking pretty good. Look at that.
Yeah, it's not running everywhere.
No. And if you just, yeah, that's getting there. It's hot.
Of course it's hot.
So first thing we do is we put boiling hot tap water in here because the tap water's really hot here. Just to heat the jars up, or the bottles up, so it doesn't shock when the hot liquid goes in there. Oh, there's Nan, say hi.
Hi.
the freezer for about, what, 5 or 10 minutes? Look how beautiful and thick. That's what we want. Perfect. Yay! Done. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of the 750 ml. And then we've got
1, 2, 3 of them, 4 of those.
come around that side. Beautiful. But this is all that pulp that I saved today. Doesn't look too great through here, but just wait to see what I do. So I've just spread it out as thin as I could with the back of the spoon. It will take a while to dry because it's going to have a lot of moisture in there, but that's okay. It's just like making fruit leather, really, but it's going to be powdered up. Not perfect, but hey, it's broken down a lot more than it was. I'm just going to put that on there and do a few more batches of this. Smells good. It smells like pasties. Oh, it's strong on the eyes. And then I'll just spread that out on the tray as well, like I did that. I'll do that and come back and show you. All chopped up. One, 2. Only 3 trays, but I'd usually fill it up. However, these are onions and onions go through everything. So, that I can. And I'm going to put it on for 12 hours at I think I'll do 60. Oh. Wow. I then switched it to putting it on these other sheets that I've got instead of the silicone, just to allow the air to circulate better.